What's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Papa JT. I'm back at you guys with another video. I'm going to be previewing the Alliance of American Football. So if you guys want to know more about the Alliance of American Football, the new football league that is set to take place on February 9th, the week after a Super Bowl, make sure to subscribe because I upload Alliance of American Football videos every weekend. So here are the Orlando Apollo's team preview. Now, I'm going to be previewing all the players on every position. You're going to see some notable ones. Let's start with the head coach. Steve Spurrier is the head coach, the former head coach of the Florida Gators, legendary head coach of the Florida Gators and of South Carolina. He's the head coach, and we're going to start with the most important position in football, the quarterback. So the three quarterbacks they have Kevin Anderson from Fort Ham. They have Austin Appleby, former quarterback from Florida. He transferred from Purdue. And we have Stephen Morris, the former Miami Hurricane quarterback. At running back, they have Ryan Green out of Florida State, Mark Hernan out of Florida, Hakeem Hunt out of Purdue, who most likely probably transferred to a Florida school. They have Dearness Johnson, who played for USF. They had Jamal Morrow from Washington State and Freddie Stevenson from Florida State. Now, wide receivers, they have Marvin Bracy Williams Jr. from Florida State, Dante Dodd Jr. from Heidelberg, Jeff Godfrey from the University of Central Florida, Ronell Hall, also from Central Florida, Frankie Hammond, Florida, Ismail Him, James Madison. They had Jalen Marshall, who made a bunch of good plays from Ohio State, very, very underrated. Louis Murphy Jr. from Florida, he was also pretty good. Willie Quinn, Southern U. Matt Sewell from Bryant University. Chris Thompson, everybody should know him, from the University of Florida. And Brian Timms from FAMU. Now the tight ends, they have three tight ends. They have DeAndre Goolsby from Florida, Scott Orndorff from Pittsburgh, and they have Mike Weiser from Buffalo. Now for the offensive line, they got center Dylan Diaber from Florida Atlantic. They got guard Kareem R from Florida State. They have tackle Trevor Darling from the University of Miami. They have tackle Quintarius Edman from South Florida. They got tackle Aaron Evans from Central Florida. They got guard Trey Jackson from Florida State. They got tackle Austin Kuhnhert from North Dakota State. And like I said earlier in the video, excuse me if I mispronounce any of these guys' names. They have guard Marquise Lucas from West Virginia. They got tackle Chris Martin from Central Florida. They got guard Jordan McCray from Central Florida. They got Jacoby Smith from Florida Atlantic, who is a guard. And they got guard Brandon Washington from the University of Miami. So now that's the offensive side of the ball. Now it's time for the defensive side of the preview. The defensive line is what we're going to start off with. So they got a bunch of defensive ends. They have defensive end Andrew Accra from James Madison. They got defensive end Josh Banks Sr. from Wake Forest. They have defensive end Isaiah Burks from Bowling Green. They got defensive end Tyrell Chavis from Penn State. They got defensive end Ryan Davis Sr. from Bethune-Cookman. They got defensive tackle Antonio Gerard from Central Florida. They got defensive end Claudie Matthew from Notre Dame of Ohio. They got defensive tackle Anthony Morton Jr. from the University of Miami. They had defensive end Giorgio Newberry from Florida State. Got defensive end Earl Okeen from Florida. Got defensive tackle Leon Orr, another Florida graduate. And they got defensive tackle Kellen Sulick from South Dakota State. Now for the linebackers, they have Chiquan Burkett from Central Florida, Terrence Garvin, West Virginia, Roderick Hoskins from FSU, Randall Johnson from Florida Atlantic. They got Reggie Northrop II from Florida State. They got Renard Powell from Florida. They got Jacob Pugh III from Florida State. And they have Azim Victor from Washington. Now for their defensive backs, they have Gerard Boykins from Central Florida, LaMarcus Brutus from Florida State, have Bryce Kennedy from Florida International, they got Jerome Copeland III, really good player from William and Mary. They have Trey Dempsey from North Dakota State, also a good player. Brandon Dixon from Northwest Missouri. Josh Evans from Florida. A lot of Florida fans are going to remember him. Ladarius Gunter from the University of Miami. Will Hill III. They have some good defensive backs on this Orlando Apollos team. I'm going to say that now. They have Marcus Myers from Southeastern. They have Deja Olatin Yee from North Carolina AT&T. They got Cody Riggs from Notre Dame. Jerron Smith from Florida Atlantic. And Marquez Wright from FSU. Now, the last thing is the special teams. They have long snapper Drew Ferris from Florida. They got kicker Elliott Fry from South Carolina and punter Ben Turk from Notre Dame. So that's a team preview for the Orlando Apollos of the Alliance of American Football, which airs on CBS February 9th, the week after the Super Bowl. It's going to be on a Saturday. So let me know what team you guys want me to do next. Make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe.